Hi everyone, Mike here from Little Redhead Studio. I'm here to talk to you today about updating the plugins and doing some general maintenance on your site. So when you log into your dashboard, right up here in the corner you're going to see updates, and then you're likely to see, in most cases, you're likely to see a little red circle here with a number in it. That tells you that you've got some updates to do. If you click on that, that'll give you sort of a starting point on where you want to start doing your updates. So my internet's running a little slow. Okay, so sometimes you'll have to actually update the core WordPress software, which is like the actual WordPress itself needs to be updated. Usually updating WordPress is pretty safe. So you can go ahead and do that in most cases. There'll probably be a button in this general area which will ask you to update to the newest version of WordPress. It'll also appear at the top of like every single page. You get a notification that says you need to update to the new version of WordPress. Like I said, that's usually pretty safe, so you can do that. The next thing you're going to see is you're going to see some plugins that need to be updated. I'm going to ask you not to update your plugins here. I'm going to ask you to go to one more screen, and I'll explain why in a second. But this will let you know that you've got some WordPress updates to do. And then down here at the bottom, you might see that you've got some theme updates to do. Updating themes, also usually pretty safe, not always. But you can go ahead and update those if you want to. Generally, you want to be worried when you go to a new number. So for example, if you see here, this says that I have 5.5, I'm upgrading to 5.7. That's usually pretty safe. That just usually means bug fixes, little improvements. But if this said 5.5 to say 6, that's usually a major update. And in those cases, sometimes you want to just let me know, maybe have me do it. You just want to be careful because sometimes a major update versus a minor update, sometimes that can cause things to break. So you always want to be careful with that. So I mentioned that you've got, and by the way, to update this, you would basically just click this checkbox and click Update Themes. And as long as we have your licenses in there and everything that you need, you should be able to update. If you have any issues with that, you can contact me, and I can help you through that. Now, I mentioned plugins. This is mostly, excuse me, mostly what you're going to be updating on a regular basis is going to be these plugins. Most of your websites have a bunch of plugins. They're constantly being updated by all the different developers, and so those are usually in need of some updating. So what we're going to do is we're going to click over here on the plugins. Also has a little alert next to it, so I click on that. And this is going to bring us to my plugin screen where I can actually do some plugins. Now if you scroll down through here, you can see all these orange bars tell me that I need to update. Okay? Now again, when you update plugins, 9 times out of 10 you're going to be just fine. It's usually just an update in, the security software or bug fixes. Usually no big deal. So you can do that a couple of different ways. You can click on the little link here that says Update Now. You can click on that. Or you can actually checkbox the ones that you want to do. Now I'm going to skip over this one. This one's got an orange bar. We're going to talk about that, so I'm going to skip right over that. I'm going to hit all these other ones though. Usually no big deal. Visual Composer. For those of you that have WP Bakery, Visual Composer, you're not going to be able to update that. That one is more, there's more to it in updating. If you ever feel like that needs to be updated, like there's something broken on your site, let me know and I'll help you out with that one. But I click the ones that I'm going to do. Down here is a drop box that says Bulk Actions. I'm going to click Update, and then I'm going to apply it. And what it's going to do is it's actually going to go through and it's going to start updating these things. It's going to go one at a time. So you can see right here, this is updating. So while that updates all these other ones, let's talk about this one. Here's a WooCommerce. So WooCommerce is the plugin that a lot of you have on your websites that takes care of all your e-commerce. So any of you that sell stuff on your website, you're probably doing it through WooCommerce. When WooCommerce does a major update like this one right here, I have version 2.6.14. We're updating to 3.0. That's a major update. Whenever something like that happens, you're probably going to want to let me know and let me do that one. Whenever you do a major update on something such as WooCommerce, if you don't, we should do a backup on your site. We should make sure that we've got, because sometimes things can go drastically wrong with that. So I'm not trying to scare you. You can always do your own stuff, and if things break, then you contact me and I help you fix it. But whenever you're doing a major update versus a minor update, you want to be very careful with major updates. Minor updates you can do all day. That's no problem. But major updates, you want to be careful. So that's how you do it. I'm not going to talk about doing a major update. Like I said, you should probably let me know and let me take care of that. And also, just so you know, I do offer a program where I log in. It's called Site Care. I log in on a scheduled basis and make sure that all your software is up to date. Software that's up to date runs better. So better software, better site, better user experience, better for your customers, so on and so forth. So that's how you update plugins. Anytime you have any questions or concerns or you're a little nervous about it, let me know. I can walk you through it, or I can take care of it for you, whatever's necessary. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.